where ignorance is bliss. It's folly to be wise, but is a dumb boy and a parrot. Open my eyes in the morning when I gone to work and leave me house. Like my girlfriend used to entertain she boyfriend rouse. Every evening I would feed this parrot red pepper, and the dumb boy used to get a half of my supper. We became friends because I was kind, and this is how they trying to tell me in pantomime. The boy said, ooh, ah, e, oh, oh, and he pointing straight at me back door. Hey, 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 the parrot say, walla walla bing bang, in there. I didn't stop to study this boy too well, and the story that the parrot trying to tell. I'm coming home from work as usual this day, and my girlfriend tried to greet me in the usual way. Where ignorance is bliss, it's folly to be wise, but is a dumb boy and a parrot. Open my eyes in the morning when I gone to work and leave me house. Like my girlfriend used to entertain she boyfriend house. Every evening I would feed this parrot red pepper, and the dumb boy used to get a half of my supper. We became friends because I was kind, and this is how they trying to tell me in pantomime. The boy said, ooh, ah, e, oh, oh, and he pointing straight at me back door. Hey, 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 the parrot say, walla walla bing bang, in there.
Basement level vibes with another one, straight up blackness. Aye, who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, I do it for the love, him not do it for no money. Straight up, him attack, educating everybody. Big up my friends and big up my family. Turn on the radio, catch the vibes, it's integrity. Straight up, Benskop stands for unity. One people, one nation, one destiny. Free up the truth in the air, even the blind can see. The deaf can hear, the dumb can talk, the cripple can walk. Boom, who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, we have to gather wrong, grab a seat and sit down, pay attention. Education, liberation, we have to stand strong. Benskop upon the radio, lively up the program. Everybody call somebody and let them turn and tune and on the radio and catch the boom song. We boom it up already, we have to boom it up again. Expose and reveal him, who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, I do it for the love, him not do it for no money. Straight up, him attack, educating everybody. Big up my friends and big up my family. Turn on the radio, catch the vibes, it's integrity. Straight up, Benskop stands for unity. One people, one nation, one destiny. Free up the truth in the air, even the blind can see. The deaf can hear, the dumb can talk, the cripple can walk. Boom, who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, who tell the truth. Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight.
Hello, this is attorney Shellen Washington, owner and founder of the Washington Law Firm, located at 455 Utica Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. We're specialized in medical malpractice, personal injuries, matrimonial law, and landlord and tenant. If you're in need of legal representation, please give us a call today. The number to call is 718-877-3100. Consultation is free at no cost to you. So call us today to see if we can be of any assistance to your legal needs. Again, the phone number to call us is 718-877-3100.
Source.
Okay, well,
Maybe the Chinese company that did not get the agreement that they wanted here, maybe they're the ones who told you, or it could be just a fictitious thing.
Okay, well, let's talk about specific individuals. What is your relationship with Mr. Su Jerome?
So my relationship, nothing. He's a tenant in my place. Yeah.
And he's a good friend of yours?
Yes. Yes. He is a friend of ours. His father was here from many years ago.
I mean, he lives next door to you.
Yes.
You know, he was able to arrange meetings and catch-ups with you at any point in the day. He claims
As a friend, yeah.
He claims that through his very close relationship with you, he's able to get any deal done.
Well, I don't know
and
if that's.
He's able to change laws for investors.
But then which law has been changed for any investor?
So Sue told us that if you want to get anything done in Ghana, you need some hookups. I'm very close with the Vice President and the other officials. The Vice President and I share a very close relationship. Also, if we do the business, he'll help out no matter what. There's no one else who can help like he does. He also said us when he's talking about prospect investors that the Vice President said he can change the Constitution. He said he can manage. Everything is going to be done soon. He's really treating us as brothers. He's already trying to help us as much as possible. Of course, I need to give back to him in return.
Yeah, but that is, I don't know about giving back, but I do that to everybody who comes to my office. The American companies come here to see me, and they need a meeting. You asked to see me. I have an open door policy since I was president, so people come to see me. But I've had a long history of being in public office, and we never had any of.
Has a long history of corruption, lies, deceits, you name it. A long history indeed, a very, very long history of his criminal activities in Guyana. That criminal, Barrett Jack there, has a long rap sheet. That's what he has. Good evening to all of you. Welcome to Straight Up. My name is Mark Benshaw. I'm actually solo this evening because there are times that I invite some guests on, and there are times when I just want to go solo. So tonight is actually solo. All right, we got a few things we want to discuss with you. But to begin with, rent a crowd. What do you guys think of rent a crowd? It is pretty obvious that the PPPC, they're spending your hard-earned tax dollars to rent a crowd. And look at the audacity of these folks, the PPP folks. Went into New Amsterdam, and here is where you got to ask yourselves this question. All of you folks from New Amsterdam, as we would say, the pronunciation is not New Amsterdam, but you guys know exactly what we're saying. So look at this here, rent a crowd, and the headline in the PPP propaganda media, social media page, they have PPPC on charm. They're on charm, to charm the people, to swar the people, to lie to the people about some things that they, the PPPC, couldn't deliver for the people of New Amsterdam for the 23 plus years they have been in office. So suddenly they just woke up and they decided that this is what they decided overnight, because it is local government elections that's going to be held on the 12th of June. Jack J and the PPP suddenly love the people of New Amsterdam. Do you think this is a real love? And I want to talk directly to the people of New Amsterdam, whether it's Angoys Avenue, whether it's those who are being charmed on Pitt Street, who are being fooled on Pitt Street and other places in New Amsterdam. I love New Amsterdam. Vrijman Zervin, all the folks, my friends from very long time ago. Where else? Mount Sinai, you name it. Stanley Tongue, all over Amsterdam. I have relatives in Amsterdam. You name it. I have relatives and friends long ago too. You know what I mean by friends. Yeah. So good evening and welcome. Welcome. I see that we have lots of people in or listening to us from Amsterdam. Some of them are in New Amsterdam right now, and some of them are outside. So tag your friends, and let them know that we're on. And we want to talk about New Amsterdam tonight, amongst other things too. And let me say good evening to all of you. Desiree Smart Felix. 2 names, Smart Felix. Good evening to Desiree Smart Felix. Good evening to all of you. Good evening to someone who probably has never gone to New Amsterdam, Christine Dion Jones. You could tell when people, the only place Christine probably went is probably around Georgetown, and that's it. Never went to New Amsterdam. But I'm glad that they're tuned in so that we can highlight what is happening in New Amsterdam and what the PPPC is about to do or want to do to the people of New Amsterdam, and we have to stop it. Now, it is what I expect that our opposition can do everything, but now is not the time for fashion show and Miss APNU, and that was not the time for that nonsense, man. We don't want to go underground. We want to, that's why, and when we talk here on 107.1 FM, they get vexed. People are struggling. People are punishing on the ground. Are you coming telling us the party or whatever? Now it's not time for no fashion show and no Miss this and Miss APNU. And am I wrong, guys? If I'm wrong, tell me, and I'll shut up shop and I'll just go and sit down in a little corner in the basement, and that's it. Am I wrong for these things? We have far better things to focus on. People are struggling. People are punishing under the PPP. People need help. People need proper representation. They need all these things. I'm telling me about Miss APN. Oh gosh, if we have a pastor, pandit, a Meiji, or somebody, pray for us before we start the show, please. If J.R. Crawford or Brenda or Colin Barnwell or whoever it is, somebody pray. I'm gonna read your stuff here. Just pray for me, man. Pray for this show. Pray for us here. I don't know, Miss October. Somebody just pray, please. Am I wrong for these things, guys? And then when I speak, they want to come after me and all manner of things they want to say. They want to say. Because I don't mind. We could say about we could speak those languages, we could. But am I wrong though, man? Come on, guys. Am I wrong? Oh gosh. They need to be busy on the ground. They need to be busy all over New Amsterdam. All over, every day. Flood the streets with green t-shirts, walking all over the quarantine, because the PPP supporters are not, they're not happy. They're not happy with the PPP. Go into these communities. Let all the MPs, wherever they are, the representatives of Region 6, where are they? Where's my good friend Dinesh Jaiprasad? Where is the Honorable MP Jaiprasad? Where is he? Everybody start off hot and sweaty and then they cut down. In politics, you got to get the stamina. You have to get the stamina, guys. This is not a one-day show. Even when you're down, you got to get back up and you got to throw your punches. Even when you think you're going to be you got to throw your punches. And no matter what they say or no matter what they do, you got to just come on back out and keep fighting. That's politics. Politics is not meow. It's not for pussycats. Get out there. Miss APN, you miss this, dance all this. Look at when they had that tongue day in Linden. Don't get me wrong, people should do a little dance and thing, like the opposition leader doing a little dance. One of these days if I were a singer, I probably would have named that the Aubrey dance. Now, good evening to all of you. Nothing is wrong with having fun. Don't get me wrong. I don't know when was the last time I did a little dancing, a little shaking up. I'm getting up there now, guys. I'm getting up there now, yeah. Nothing is wrong with that. But let me give you guys but honestly, I got to try that Aubrey kind of dance and call it the serious vibe. So they had this tongue day. Good evening to all of you. They had this tongue day in Linden. They call it the Linden Tongue Day. The Linden Tongue Day. All of these, we saw all of the politicians active, they're vibrant, all of them, every single one of them. Is that the only time we're going to see these individuals when they get some big sport, whether it's Mashramani in Linden and so forth? Is that the only time we're going to see them so vibrant? And then right after that, most of them disappear. Most of them disappear. They're gone. They got back into hiding or something like that. Forget about Linden for now. I just thought that I mentioned that, right? Let's head back. Let's head back to New Amsterdam. We should be seeing the PNCR counselors, the APNU PNC counselors right there on the ground in New Amsterdam. And those who are, somebody said tongue week. Thanks. Sorry about that, Waveney. Tongue week, yeah. And those who are candidates now, we need to see all of these people around. Don't complain that somebody with a red t-shirt. Those red t-shirts are few in numbers, very few. And almost all of them are hustlers, flat-foot hustlers. Y'all call names and I can whistle. I'm looking at some of your comments. They are in New Amsterdam. Those few who are wearing PPP red t-shirts are flat-foot, not hustlers, They are flat-foot hustlers. That's who they are. That's what they're about. But we got to have a better strategy to counter the PPP. We can't say, oh, they're not going to win. Oh, the PPP can't win. We got to do more than that. We already know that the soup drinkers, the few soup drinkers, and the house slaves have gone over. For now, it's all about them. It's all about a hustle. Nothing else. Those individuals don't care about the tongue of New Amsterdam. They don't. They never did. And so they're rounding up people. They're walking around. One of them probably went to BJ and said to BJ, or they don't even have to say BJ, just slap a little $500,000 in the hand, and they're going to walk around with the purse, and they're going to promise this, and they're going to promise that, and all manner of things, and say to the people that when they get in, or if they win in Amsterdam, that all of these people on Pitt Street and so forth are going to be happy. Lies, lies, lies. All the PPP wants to do is to capture. They want to capture the tongue of New Amsterdam to prove a point. They don't want to capture it for any economical reasons or whatever. They just want to prove a point. Tanti Moral Jagdale is a prove a pointer. That's all he loves to do, to prove a point. And so if you are from New Amsterdam right now, and you just put up a green love heart or whatever. Just put up a green something right now. Let me see. Let me see a green something. And make sure it's a green appropriate something, mind you. A green something. Let me see it. Just do it. Let me see. I already see a green heart. Thanks, Tessa. Let me see that. Come on, let me see something green. I need to see like about 20 something green right now to show that the PPPC would never capture the tongue of Amsterdam. It would be a disaster if they do that. And they want to do it by fraud. That's what they want to do it. By walking around, having their anti-moral friends and so forth, walk around Amsterdam, threatening people, intimidating people. And so tonight I want to remind those people in New Amsterdam, do not be intimidated. Do not fall for the charm, this so-called charm or swarm of the snakes, the PPP snakes. We've got to be serious about this politics. We can't be nice. And can't we all just get along, hug each other, go up to the enemy and hug the enemies, kiss the enemies, and tell the enemies that we love what you guys are doing in terms of oppressing us, right? That's what some want to do. But we can't do that. Come on, let's get some more green stuff going, man. I'm campaigning, and I'm not going to run away from this because I see that the coalition, the AP and UPNC, they need help. And so what are we going to do? Sit back and say, I'm out of this, or I'm going to be neutral? No. When you're neutral, then things happen to you. And when the oppressors win, when the other side that doesn't like you win, then you're going to complain. You're going to come on straight up. You're going to say, look at what they're doing to we. Look, you've got to be active, and you do not be afraid. Do not be afraid to be active. This entire weekend, all of the people in New Amsterdam should be wearing something green. It doesn't have to say AP and UPNC. Wear something green. Green shoes, green ballies, green yachting boots, green whatever, green pants, green t-shirt, something green, a green hat. Even if you walk down the streets with a green mango, do that. Because even walking down the street with a green mango represent where the country is at this point in time and the fact that there isn't much. Even if you go into New Amsterdam market, there isn't much. Walk around with something green, guys. Come on. In New Amsterdam, just do it. Knock out the red. Look at the caliber of individuals that they want to say will take over New Amsterdam. Take a look at this. Take a look at these sort of folks. And then when they talk, they want to make you feel as though you're not about democracy. Why is it that somebody you can't be part of another political party? That's not, and that's the thing they come to you with this innocence. As though, take a look at them, man. Please do. And we'll talk some more.
Take it to another area. Yeah, you want coffee? You want coffee? Fuck you! You want coffee? Take it to another area.
That person there in New Amsterdam is the former deadbeat mayor, Barbara Pilgrim, who's now close up in arm with Barrett Jack Dale. Her good friend now, BJ, stands for not the cathedral definition of BJ. You got it. Barrett Jack Dale, BJ. And look at her walk, and look at the big guy now. The guy is walking in front of wherever they are, wherever little shed that they're about to brainwash people. Well, in other words, in order to brainwash people, you got to have at least a little bit of a brain. Barbara doesn't have a brain, really. It's just all about hustle. But listen to the part, you will see big strapping guy throwing a punch, and he throwing a punch almost fell down. These guys are jokers. That's who they are. And listen to when Barbara Pilgrim now wants to show off herself. I will send this to BJ later on. I will send this to BJ. Like, who the hell is BJ? Who is Barajak there? But I will send this to BJ. Face like vomit. 1 second, please. Listen to this here. It's disgusting.
Take it to another area.
Yeah,
If you want cuss, you want cuss.
Fuck you!
You want cuss, take it to
I
another
said, fuck
area.
you! I get on the road! You can't do me nothing! I tell you, I can't do me nothing! Why you touch you for, you fucking ass? Move from here! Move from where? Move me! Move me! Move me, no?
Don't worry.
Move fucking me! I said you move! Move me! Move fucking me! You move!
White people are free to make their own decision.
Move fucking me!
How you?
I fuck you! I can't fuck any fucking way!
We gonna sell it to BJ tonight. No. Quincy. Why you it down? Call the police, man. Call the police. Quincy.
Call the police. We can send it to BJ. BJ. Call him crazy. Crazy. That's what New Amsterdam, y'all cannot allow New Amsterdam to be reduced to that. Please. It's an embarrassment, guys. Look at Crazy. Crazy, big and strapping and throwing a hand, throwing a punch at somebody, and he, Crazy, couldn't connect that punch, and he's falling down. Crazy is falling down. And then the lady that's about 240-something years old, Barbara, said, Gracie, call the police. Gracie, we're going to send this to BJ tonight. What are you going to send to BJ tonight? Eh? Oh, we already know what you'll send to BJ tonight. Walla walla bing bang. Now, let's look here now at this rent a crowd, guys. This rent a crowd. Rent a crowd. Most of these people, I am almost certain, I could bet my last 35 cents that majority of these people are not from New Amsterdam. And the few who are from New Amsterdam, 90% of them have been promised something, or they were given something, a little promise, because you don't trust some of these people that's now close to BJ, you know. You don't trust them with money. You don't. I'm telling you guys. You don't trust, because some of them, basically, their opinion, mind you, they feel that, man, I get on the last lap now. Why get forget? I might as well just get whatever I can get now. I can get a little money. I can rent my own place because I get put out from the other place, and I can rent my own place now. And BJ, if I could swear BJ and BJ swear me and we swear each other and I make a little something, that's it. That's it. It's all about a hustle, not a hustle. It's all about a hustle for these people. So folks from New Amsterdam, y'all wake up. Y'all start the campaign. Elections around the corner. Less or just 2 or 3 days, over a month. Maybe 34 days, whatever, away. Elections are around the corner, guys. Get your relatives. Wake your relatives up. Motivate your relatives. Tell them, forget about the complaining and man this. Because if they think that they're bad now, if they don't go and vote, well, can't eat their dinner. If y'all don't go out and vote and take control of New Amsterdam, and I want to see some vibrant councillors, man. Don't just take people and just take them and you be a councillor. Councillors must be able to prepare and fight. Fight for what is right in that town, because the general and regional elections are coming up and you need strong people. So I hope no weak-heart individuals are going in there as councillors, and then you put somebody there as the mayor and deputy mayor who are not vibrant. You got to have vibrant people. Now is the time for vibrancy. Now is not no time to sit back and become complacent, and then somebody some leader telling you, shut up, you can't talk and you can't do this and you can't. Time for those days are long gone, man. Vibrancy is what's needed to stand up and confront BJ. Hold on, I gotta. Well, I have teeth, right? I'm not laughing people without teeth. Don't get me wrong. No, please don't get me wrong. You guys know I love people. I just do. But I despise dotish people. And these few people who are putting on their red thing, and some of them even get good shape. They make the red t-shirt look so bad. You guys know what I mean, right?
Take it to another area. You want custody?
You guys know what I mean, right? So look at the renter crowd. Do not be fooled, folks. Do not be fooled. People all across Berbice are upset. The Region 6 quarantine all across. They are upset. But what the PPP is going to do, they just get a little couple billion. Well, not really a couple billion, a heck of a lot of money they got. And they are going to spend it. Watch out, from tomorrow you might start here all manner of things. They are going to spend it. And they're going to spend and spend and spend. Now let's talk about this, because I want to get into that guy that Travis Chase interviewed. I want to talk about that situation for a few minutes. But do you know this guy on the screen? Yeah, sorry. Do you know that guy on the screen? Probably. He is Erwin Bacchus. Erwin Bacchus, charged in 2018, I believe, for the murder of a young man. And he was initially charged with manslaughter. He was placed on a $1.5 million bail, subsequently released on bail because it was manslaughter, and then he was recharged with a capital offense of murder. He was remanded to prison. Now, this is a message directly to the director of prisons, the man who sits there as minister, the controversial minister of Home Affairs. It is also a message for the Attorney General, Anil Nandalal. And here is the question. Since this guy was remanded to prison on a capital offense of murder, the question is, and here's the question, is he still in prison? Is this guy, Erwin Bacchus, still in prison? We need to see the evidence that he is still in prison and he has not been released and he's not out of the country. So the shadow minister of Home Affairs, Ms. Geeta Chandan, over to you. Do some investigations and let us know whether this guy is still in prison or not, because there is no record to suggest that his case was called and this guy, Erwin Bacchus, was freed. There's nothing at all. No evidence to suggest that. I'm also calling on the legal mind of the opposition right now. Roysdale Ford, senior counsel and member of parliament, a guy who won probably majority of the cases for the opposition. And kudos to Roysdale. Roysdale is the shadow minister of legal affairs. Hopefully, Mr. Roysdale Ford can do some investigations to find out whether this murder accused, Erwin Bacchus, is still in jail, still in prison for the capital offense of murder. That's all. And I'll ask that question until we get an answer. Hopefully, Mr. Elliott, the director of prisons, would respond. Or his boss, the Minister of Home Affairs, Robeson Ben, will respond. Or the controversial PS. Well, forget about her. She should resign. She should resign. But if this guy is not in prison, he has been freed without the court. He was allowed to walk through the prison. Now, I'm just asking the questions. If that is the case, heads got to roll. Robeson Ben got to go. The director of prisons got to go. Anil Nandalal got to go. The acting commissioner of police got to go. And if in fact he was allowed to leave the country, then answers. We need answers. Again, this is just, these are just some questions I'm asking. Now, I noticed Selwyn Peters, attorney at law, is coming after me. Good night, Selwyn. And I say coming after me, I don't mean in a bad way. Selwyn Peters is saying here, why does it have to be Roysdale Ford, who is overworked? Of course, the Honorable MP, Senior Counsel, Roysdale Ford, is overworked. He has been very busy. And that is what we need from our members of parliament. They must work. I'm not saying they could work and kill themselves. Some don't even work at all. But I agree with you that Roysdale Ford, the member of parliament, is or has been doing a heck of a lot. I just say that because he, as Shadow Minister of Home Affairs, I'm sorry, he is the Shadow Minister of Legal Affairs, that he can write as that Shadow Minister and also a Member of Parliament. He could write to Anil Nandalal, who sits there as the Attorney General, and ask questions about the whereabouts of this man, Erwin Bacchus, whether Erwin Bacchus is still in jail or not. That is all. And these are all just questions. And so I agree with you that maybe the Shadow Minister of Home Affairs should be tasked, or the media. You're correct. You're correct. But it's nothing wrong if Roysdale Ford take time out of his busy schedule and do something for the nation. Again, because he's always doing something for the nation by winning all those cases. Of course, alongside you, Selwyn Peters. So what else is it that we can talk about? Anil Sugrim, good evening to you, sir. Anil is a fighter out there in Corriverton. A fighter out there in Corriverton. And we must also ensure that Anil Sugrim, Councillor Anil Sugrim out there in Corriverton, is re-elected along with a lot of others, other AP and UPNC candidates. Great job, Anil. Great job, sir. So that's all I'm asking about this here. We want to find out what's going on. Is he still in the country or not? Is he still in the country or not? And if he's not in the country, only if he's not in the country, again, if he's not in the country, y'all know where this is leading to, right? Y'all know where this is leading to if he's not in the country. All right, what else I want to talk to you guys about? I want to talk to you guys about this guy. This guy, his photograph was plastered almost all over social media, in the Guyanese community, so to speak, on social media. Here's what we want to find out. His photograph was plastered all over social media as being wanted for questioning. And the police, the questioning of the murder of Sir Mars. Again, condolences to Sir Mars' family, his friends, and his colleagues. A lot of different activities for Sir Mars, in the next coming days and so forth. It was indeed shocking. I have known Sir Mars over the years, a jovial individual, always, some whatever. The humor is always there. And so I have had the opportunity to meet him a couple of times or pass by in Georgetown, and has always been respectful, always been respectful. So condolences to his family, friends, and his colleagues and so forth. And so this young man, his photograph, it wasn't issued by the police, mind you. It wasn't issued by the police. It was issued by social media, Facebook police, the Facebook detectives. And there are some very good detectives on Facebook, don't get me wrong. And I'm not insulting those folks on Facebook for doing their job as well. So don't get me wrong. This is not an attack. This is not insulting them, but they have gotten this wrong. Thus far, we can say that they have gotten this wrong because according to the police now, they have a suspect, and the suspect is on the right side of the screen, and that the suspect allegedly confessed and said that it was in self-defense, according to the police, mind you. So now, back to this guy on the left. Travis Chase did an interview earlier today, and let's go to that interview. Compliments of Travis Chase. And I'll have my take on what really transpired here after you guys get the opportunity for those who haven't seen it. Here goes.
All right, good evening to one and all. As I promised you, we have an interview with a young man and some other of his friends, family, who can attest to the fact that this young man was not involved in the murder of Sir Corin Mars, deputy head teacher of the new Central High School. His photograph was splattered all across social media, accusing him of the person who stabbed and then reversed his car into Mr. Mars. We located him, and with the assurance of his mom and his other relatives, they've agreed to do this interview. And of course, you know that this afternoon the police arrested a suspect who they say is cooperating with them. My information is that they have admitted to the crime. Even if that's the case, this young man still would love to clear his name. I would like you to listen to what he has to say. I will ask a few questions. And of course, he understands that this is a very serious matter. Even though that the suspect is in police custody, he would still like to clear his name. Good evening to you, sir. Could you tell me your name, please?
My name is Alexander.
I can hardly hear you.
My name is Alexander.
Alexander. Mr. Alexander, you are accused initially of the murder of Sir Mars. What would you like to tell me about that Sunday? Where exactly were you?
So
Speak loudly for me, please.
I was at the back here, so by Infinity.
Right.
I come give this one is $60 to buy 3 cigarettes for me. And then he got winding up and I end up standing up with this young man here.
Right.
Everybody gate here.
Right.
And then I end up going and lay down and sleep with Shaq. And then the man and I get up and then I go in town. Then when I passing in town, car they call me and show me picture.
Was Sir Mars in this area Sunday night?
No, sir.
No. Do you know Mars?
No, sir.
You don't know him?
No.
So why would somebody take your photograph and put it there?
No.
You don't know?
No.
You've never met Corin Mars?
No.
No? Okay. Why did you go into hiding initially? Why?
Because I was frightened, sir.
You're frightened. Call me Travis, it's fine. Why? Why were you scared? The viewers are saying they can't hear you, so you have to speak loudly, right? Why did you go into hiding initially? You were scared? Scared of what? If you didn't do anything, what were you scared of?
I'm thinking really lock up, sir.
They lock up. You ever been detained before? You ever been locked up before?
Yeah, sir.
You have been. All right. So you say you don't know Mars?
No, sir.
No?
Me know him, sir.
You don't know him. Never met him. You have no contact for him.
No, sir.
Okay. So why you think they would put your photograph and say that you were in the car with him? I'm trying to understand that. Why you of all people? You don't know.
No, sir.
You don't know. Is there anything you'd like to add to this? What would you like to say to the public? Nothing to say? You called me till here to say nothing? You just want him to know what? That what?
That's me, do not miss her.
All right. This guy to your left, who is he? Your
We are some cousin.
cousin. You were with.
Yes, I was here on Nicky board night party. I see this young man, which is my cousin,
Right.
and he granted me $60 to go and buy some cigarettes.
Right.
So I said, man, you're in the area, and then we doing here, I even see you for the longest while, like
Right.
2 days.
Right.
But that was around like 10 something into 11.
Right. Right.
I saw him when he gave me the money, but the party was so nice with me, which I planned to come and support and enjoy myself.
Right.
I decided to go in there with the money. I
Yeah.
just give the shop owner the money
Right.
for the cigarette, but this party was so hot for me.
Mm.
I just keep dancing. So he keep shouting at me, which I couldn't hear because the music was loud.
Right.
So when I come back to the gate, I saw him again.
Right.
He said, I'm going to say, good buddy.
Mm.
I said, oh, shots, I forget you. So I go grab the cigarette for him. But the morning when I get up, because we left here like 2 something in the morning, minutes to 3, I hear he murdered Sir Mars.
Right.
So I said, Sir Mars is a man to teach the lesson.
Right.
Now, how you could murder Sir Mars and you were here on the birthday party?
Right.
This is what I wanted to know.
Right.
Why would they accuse him of murdering Sir Mars when I know he was on the birthday?
You've ever seen him in the company of Mars?
No.
No. No.
Because I know he's always up here, he just dwell around here.
Right. So you're willing to give the police a statement if need be to say that your cousin.
I told him that already.
Right.
I told him because he's around me.
Right.
And I told him straight I would go to the station.
Mm.
Just clear your name. Clear
Right.
your name concerning the murder because I ain't see no evidence that they get concerning the murder of Sir Mars with him.
Right.
Apparently, like they get a picture close to the looks of him.
Mm-hmm.
But when I look at the news today, it is show nothing concerning he looks because there is no looks concerning him.
Right.
And I know to myself there is not him because he was here. You were partying with us.
Right. So the police also said that the suspect allegedly was stabbed as well by Mars before his death. Let me see. Could you?
Take off the jersey. Let us see the jersey. Take it off. Take off the clothes. Stand up. Stand up. Let us see your body. Turn around. Slowly. Slow. Turn around. Don't have no stuff around the body.
Could I see your hands? Could you show me hands?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just put it out. Let me see. Yeah. I see your knuckles and stuff. Yeah. Put your hands in. Okay. Yeah, open it. Yeah. All right.
Pull the pants down.
No, don't pull down the pants. Just let me see the Just that's fine. Yeah, just let me. Right. That's fine. Okay, you can put on back your shirt. Yeah, I see. No marks. You can have a seat. All right, I'm going to speak with another eyewitness. I'm going to conceal his identity for obvious reasons. Chief, good night. As loudly as you can tell me about this accusation level against your relative.
Yeah, there's a brother friend to me.
Right.
We went on a funeral, we come back, we come on the dance going, and I come up here, I see without shot. So I say, what you doing up here? He say, you come up here for line a little bit for party, and I'm saying, so I tell you, all right, good. So we go and we come back with the shot on. He telling me that that the guy cigarette and so, I'm to buy cigarette. And that was it. We go home around 2 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Or we internet. We go on the TikTok, I run it through, and I see pictures, so I end up wake up the sister and tell the tell she, what you see going on here? And we start asking around and asking what going on. We wake up and asking what going on. So we know we really can put him because he was here with me all night.
Right.
At the party, and we listening to him and go home.
Thank you. So what you plan to do? You look very worried, and I can assure you, I don't think that the police is interested in you at this point. I don't think, but all of them are saying, you have several witnesses who are saying that you were nowhere in Georgetown. At least Providence the night, Sunday night, when Sir Mars was murdered. There was a party here, I understand, and you have 2 of several other eyewitnesses who've come forward to say that you are innocent. Can you sure of that, right? All right. So that's it, viewers. He seems like he.
All right. Here's what's happening here. You guys don't jump to judgment or whatever. This is a little boy. Let's be reasonable. This is a little boy. So far, he has a main thing that is going for him is that he has no cuts, no bruises, no nothing to indicate that he was in a fight. And that's the main thing that's happening there right now. The fact that he's not speaking up loud enough, he cannot explain himself. Put yourself in a situation like that, guys, where, and this is a young boy, this is a little boy. This is a little boy, whether he's slow or not. Right now, you guys have somebody who sits there as president of the country, is slower than this little boy. Jagdev is very slow. Irfan Ali is very slow. So forth and so on. Robeson Ben is very slow. So y'all don't judge this youngster. Now let's try to break things down. Forget about whether he's slow or not. You don't know what is going through his mind. After his photograph was plastered all over Facebook, all over social media, putting a wanted, and this wasn't coming from the police, social media, plastered this young man's photo all over Facebook and TikTok, all over, saying that he's wanted for the murder of Sir Mars. Wanted. Do you know how that would make someone feel? Especially a little boy? Come on, you guys, be reasonable. Be reasonable. Please be reasonable. He is shaken up. He probably can't catch himself. Ning, ning. Do you know what sort of stigma that is? Some folks ask, why hasn't he turned himself into the police? Now, the police has a history of torturing people, beating people. A young man was tortured by the police under the PPPC. All of his private parts, everywhere, tortured. Others were tortured to give confessions and so forth about things they knew nothing about. The young man has to be scared, has to be afraid to just walk into the police station like that. Just imagine what may have happened if he had done that. Then the police would have been able to threaten him. Hey, you best tell me what's going on here. And look, guys, I'm not saying that all of the police officers in Guyana are like this. They have some very good ones, some very professional ones. But they have some of them love to intimidate. Hey, tell me, because we get you here, we get you. And then the young man is going to become so much afraid. And then they might threaten him to take him on the seawall, put him in a bag, tie up the bag, and all manner of things. Just imagine what could have possibly happened if this young man had turned himself in. Just imagine. Some of y'all saying he's slow, and not everybody can be fast, man. Oh, not everybody can be fast. Some got to be slow. And even though if some are slow, we don't know their situation. We just don't know. Let's not laugh at the young man that he's slow, guys. Please, let's not do that. Let's not do that. We don't know his mindset. We don't know his frame of mind at this point in time. He needs help. And maybe when he gets help, he can be faster. For some of us, he can be faster. Now, based on the evidence presented by Travis Chase there, his body, there's nothing there. There's no cuts. There's no cuts. There are no bruises. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Come on, Anjan. Let's focus, please. So, no cuts, no bruises, no nothing. No cuts, no bruises, no nothing. And this is a home run for this young man. This is a home run for this young man. No cuts, no bruises, no nothing. And I see somebody said that, and let's not lose focus, guys. Let's pay attention. This is a serious matter. Somebody saying that the child is traumatized. Of course, the child is traumatized. Of course. And of course, everybody wants justice for Sir Mars. Now, according to the police, this is the suspect. We don't know what has gone on. We don't know whether the suspect has cuts and bruises, because we have not seen any such information in the public. And now, as a police investigator, the first thing that they ought to do is to check for those signs, visible signs, cuts, bruises. Even though it's a day or 2 days or whatever, it will still be there. It cannot heal up overnight. It is not like it's a month or 2 months or 3 months, just 2 days or so. And if this suspect has those cuts and bruises and so forth, then they may be on to something. But we need to hear from whether this guy has a lawyer or so, and whether he's the right guy. If he has no cuts and bruises, then he cannot be the suspect. He cannot be the one that confessed. And according to the police, they're saying that this suspect, no name, no nothing at this point in time. I should get his name, hopefully, before the broadcast ends. I'm hoping that I should be able to get his name, and would let you guys know that. But according to the police, this is the suspect. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about this whole situation? I don't, honestly, getting back to the young man, I don't know how it's going to be, because the stigma on him, there's several stigmas, and we know what those others are. It's Guyana. It's Guyana. We've got to wake up, though. We've got to wake up. All right, again, guy, let's be focused. These are serious matters. These are not things that we got to remain focused. These are not things that we skin our teeth about. Maybe that's how we lose focus. What else we can talk about, please? Again, good evening to all of you. It's almost 10 o'clock. Beautiful Guyana. We're talking about that. We spoke about New Amsterdam. We didn't get a chance to see this guy talking about and humble, and nobody cares about nonsense, man, about humble and who's humble. A set of reverse psychological crap. We're not into that. And, at least let people know about this. Go in, walk into Ivleri, and tell them that you're there to clear your name, right? Tell them that you're there to clear your name. Let the police investigate you and all manner of things. That's what we don't want to hear Jim Cock bring Ramwood story you, go inside a little house just to take a little picture and talking about humble this and humble crap. And we don't need to hear that crap. All right. So what about this? The permanent secretary is still in hiding. We're not seeing much of her. We need some answers. She needs to resign. All these things we need to hear about. But I must say that the shadow minister of Home Affairs is at it again, and rightly so, is asking, hey, there should be an independent probe into the Home Affairs Ministry's permanent secretary. Should be. The opposition needs to up the ante as it pertains to this here. We are seeing that opposition MPs, we saw Attorney at Law Roysdale Ford has also called, Senior Counsel Roysdale Ford has also called for for a probe into the whole affairs of the permanent secretary. We're not seeing, we're not hearing that at all. We need to see those things. All right, so let me see what else we can talk about before we go. So those who find some of these things to be skin teeth subject matters can go and skin their teeth privately. What else we can talk about before we go? Again, just before we leave for the night, I will just say that there need to be an investigation into this situation. They really, really do. Whether this guy, Erwin Bacchus, is still in jail, awaiting trial on a capital offense of murder. They just need to, we need to get to the bottom of that. But for now, I will say goodbye until tomorrow. Same place, same time. And if there's anything during the course of the day, we will definitely talk about that. Again, the rent-a-crowd, be careful with that. The rent-a-crowd and the PPP, they're not having the sort of support that they claim that they're having. So do not be fooled. Those who are from New Amsterdam, just be extra careful and don't fall for the propaganda or the trap. Go out in your numbers and vote on June 12th. My name is Mark Benshap. God bless you all. God bless our beautiful country, Guyana. Have a good night.
Hello, this is attorney Shellen Washington, owner and founder of the Washington Law Firm, located at 455 Utica Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. We're specialized in medical malpractice, personal injuries, matrimonial law, and landlord and tenant. If you're in need of legal representation, please give us a call today. The number to call is 718-877-3100. Consultation is free at no cost to you. So call us today to see if we can be of any assistance to your legal needs. Again, the phone number to call us is 718-877-3100.
Yeah, this is the elite team. The root team. Strong team.
Number one.
PPP team. Yeah. You understand? PPP all the way. Yeah, one Guyana. Yes.
We're in the fort for Monday morning.
In any weather, rain, sun,
we are
in
here.
the night. We there right here. We ain't going nowhere. We holding it for PPP.
Right.
PPP all the way. Yeah.
Take it to another area. Yeah, you want custody? You want custody? Fuck you! You want custody? Take it to another area. I got on the road. I tell you, I can't do nothing. Why you so too far now? Fucking move from here. Move from where? Move me. Move me now.
Don't worry.
Move fucking me. I said you move. Move.
White people are free to make their own decision.
How you? I fuck you. I can't fuck every fucking way.
We gonna sell it to BJ tonight. No. Quincy. Why you it down? Call the police, man. Call the police.
Source. Maybe right. Maybe the Chinese company that did not get the agreement that they wanted here. Maybe they're the ones who told you, or it could be just a fictitious thing.
Okay, well, let's talk about specific individuals. What is your relationship with Mr. Sujaro?
So my relationship, nothing. He is.
Guyana really nice. Guyana, it's a nice place.
Mr. Mark, I believe every word of what Mr. Shu is saying. I am also afraid of Mr. Shu. Mr. Shu, if you are listening, I don't want anybody to harm you. This is a serious thing. Corruption is big. And we Chinese have to stop that. Been bullied by Jack Deal and other government official to pay bribe. It's big all over Guyana. A Chinese to pay by bribe. Mr. Shu, I hope you to stay strong. Do not. We respect and salute you for your bravery, for coming up and speak against corruption in Guyana. Thank you, Mr. Shu. We appreciate you, Mr. Mark. 马克，我相信每一句苏先生说的话。我现在很担心苏先生。苏先生，如果你在听我说话，我不想任何人威胁你。圭亚那政府腐败很严重，这个是很严重的事情。我们中国人必须停止被那些政府用武力行贿。苏先生，我希望你能继续你的发表，也希望你在新的一年。
Basement level vibes with another one, straight up blackness aye. Who tell the truth? Mark Scott, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Scott, radio station is the fruit. Mark Scott, straight up from the root. Mark Scott, who tell the truth? Mark Scott, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Scott, radio station is the fruit. Mark Scott, straight up from the root. Mark